Hello, good morning children. I am Archana Mishra and welcome to my class of Social Studies for 10th class. We have already finished our first chapter, that is Relief Feature of India. And now it's time to revise the lesson by solving the question answer which are given at the end of our lesson, that is page number 13. So let us read the question and I will tell you the answer so that it will be easy for you to write notes in your notebook. So let us start. So children, our first question is, the sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat in the west, but the watches show the same time. How does it happen? The answer is yes. The sun rises 2 hours earlier in easternmost part of Arunachal Pradesh state than Dwarka in Gujarat in the west. The watches show the same time because of the 82 degree 30 minute east longitude is taken as the standard time of India and serves as the Indian standard time. We have understood? And sun rays takes 4 minutes to pass from one longitudes to another, and almost 30 longitudes passes from India from west to east. So there are 2 hours difference between western time zone and eastern time zone, but the watches show the same time because we have taken 82 degree 30 minute east longitude that passes from Uttar Pradesh is taken as the standard meridian. So the watches show the same time. You have understood? Now come to the next question. Our next question is, children, if the Himalayas would have not been in its present position, how would be the climatic condition of the Indian subcontinent? The answer is, if Himalayas were not, India would have been a tropical desert. There would have been no perennial rivers in India, and also there would have been no natural scenic beauty. There would have been drastic change in the climatic condition of India. Is it clear? Now another question is, children, which are the major physiographic divisions of India? Okay, now which are the major physiographic division of India? Contrast the relief of the Himalayan region with that of the peninsular plateau. The answer is, the major physiographic division of India are the Himalayas, the Indo-Gangetic plain, the peninsular plateau, the coastal plain, the desert and the islands. Now the question is, how are Himalayan region is different from peninsular plateau? Now the answer is, the Himalayan region run in the west-east direction in the form of an arch. The formation of the Himalayas influences the climate in various ways. Himalayas act as a barrier protecting the great plains of India from cold winds. The Himalayan rivers have a perennial flow and fed by the glaciers. Is it clear? Now come to the peninsular plateau. The Indian plateau is also known as peninsular plateau. It is surrounded by the sea on 3 sides. The peninsular plateau consists of 2 broad divisions, namely the Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. The peninsular rivers are not perennial. The peninsular plateau have large amount of metallic and non-metallic mineral resources. So in this way we have understood the difference between Himalayan region and peninsular plateau. Now come to the next question. What is the influence of the Himalayas on Indian agriculture? The influence of Himalayan on Indian agriculture are great. The formation of Himalayas influence the climate of our country. Himalayas act as a barrier and it protects our country from the cold wind that comes from the Siberia from the north. The Himalayan rivers are the perennial rivers. These rivers are getting water throughout the year because the source of these waters are glaciers and ice. That is the Himalayan ranges are covered with. The Himalayas are responsible for causing rainfall because it is a very high mountain. It obstructs the cloud and brings monsoon rain in our country. So thus Himalayan has a great contribution on the agricultural crops of our country. Now this answer you have understood. Now come to the next question. Now the next question is, Indo-Gangetic Plain have high density of population. Find reason. Indo-Gangetic Plain covers a very big area in the northern part of our country, and it is made by the river, by the soil, very fertile soil brought down by the perennial rivers that originate from Himalayan region, and it forms a lot of delta region, a big delta region in West Bengal state. Not only this, the soil that is brought down by the perennial rivers are fertile, and it can grow a lot of crops, a variety of crops, both Kharif and Rabi crops. So most of the people living in those areas depending on agriculture, and the life is very comfortable here. The temperature is moderate, and this area is getting a very good monsoon rainfall, and there is no scarcity of water. The rivers are perennial, the land is fertile, and the area of land is very high. So the Indo-Gangetic Plain is very highly populated. Now come to the next question. How are the eastern coastal plain differ from the western coastal plain? Now the first main difference is the eastern coastal plain is broader than the western coastal plain. The western coastal plain is very rugged and very uneven, whereas the western coastal plain is very flat and made up of soft soil, and it is getting delta, 4 delta region of 4 rivers: Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. The eastern coastal plain is very fertile, and it is good for agriculture, mainly for paddy, and so Andhra Pradesh is called the rice bowl of our country. The western coastal plain is narrow, and it is not good for agriculture because it is mainly rocky lands and very hard, so it is not good for crops. So these are the main differences between eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain. Now come to the next question. Now students, we have a similar question here. Plateau region of India do not support agriculture as much as plain region. Why? The plateau region are made up of mainly metallic elements, and the soil is not very soft. It is very hard and rocky, and it is full of minerals. Whereas the plain region are made up of humus soil and soft soil brought down by the rivers from the hilly region. So this is the main reason why the plateau region does not support agriculture. The second thing is, the plateau region is hilly, mainly hilly areas, and on the slopes there are thick forest, which is not good for agricultural crops. And the plateau region, the rivers are not perennial, they are non-perennial. They are getting rains mainly, water mainly in the rainy season. These rivers are getting water mainly in the rainy season. So it does not support the second crop. Only it supports the crops that are grown in the monsoon region or rainy season. So due to the quality of soil and the presence of metals and igneous and rocky soil, plateau region does not support agriculture, whereas the plain region, the soils are very soft, and the area is very plain and very bigger in area, and the plain regions, they have a perennial source of water. The rivers are perennial, and they can grow 2 or 3 crops in a year. Is it clear? Now come to the next question. Now children, we have another question. Name the states which get Himalayan mountain ranges. So I have drawn an Indian map on the board and I have marked. So there are some 12 to 13 states which get Himalayan mountain ranges. They are Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, West Bengal. In West Bengal, the northern side like Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri, these districts are getting Himalayan mountain ranges. Another state is Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya. So these are the states which are getting Himalayan mountain ranges. Once again I will repeat, students. Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, West Bengal, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya. These are the states which are getting Himalayan mountain ranges. Now children, we have another question in the textbook. Name the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Name the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Now see the answer. With the help of India outline map, I have drawn. This is Tropic of Cancer and I will show you the states through which it passes. Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. These are the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Now this is Chhattisgarh. Now children, once again see Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Tripura and Mizoram. These are the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay children, with this we are coming to an end of our first chapter of social studies, that is India relief feature. And with today's class, I hope you can write the answers in your notebook. So thank you children. Like, subscribe and share my videos and go on watching my videos. It will help you in revising your lessons as well as in writing answers in your notebooks. Thank you children.